Guided meditation, the spiritual way. Today we're going to focus on some of the criteria for progressing along our own personal spiritual ways. The criteria may be fairly universal for all of us, give or take a few priorities, but the methods we apply and the speed at which we progress will be much more personal. That's the way it works. Go with the flow. Okay, firstly, get yourself comfortable in the usual way, sitting or lying, or even meditative walking if that suits you better. However you're choosing to practice this meditation, make sure that you're warm and in an atmosphere and location where you won't be disturbed for the next 15 minutes or so. So, focus on your breathing. Breathing in and out through your nose. Focus on your nostrils and feel the air entering and leaving your nostrils. Sense any difference in the air at the inhale point and then the exhale. Focus on your breathing. Now, focus on yourself, you, here, in this now moment. What makes you a spiritual being? And what would you have to do to make yourself more of a spiritual being? Ponder on that for a moment. Perhaps it's your awareness of others, or an awareness and responsiveness towards nature. Perhaps it's an involvement in any activities which are focusing on helping others. Perhaps it's your interest in reading about and studying matters spiritual. With any efforts you make to put your new knowledge into practice. What is it that you tend to focus on to help you develop and apply your own spirituality? Think about that for a few moments. Now focus on your heart chakra and also at the same time your third eye chakra. Seeing with both your heart and your third eye to amplify any effect. Breathe deeply and regularly as you enter a more psychic, seeing state. Linking your pineal gland with your heart. Entering a deeper level. Breathe. Focus. Visualize a path or way through the woods. You're standing by a way marker or signpost, with signboards pointing forward and backwards along the way. This is the path, the spiritual way that you have chosen to progress along. Visualize yourself looking forward along the way. Picture your own personal way forward. This is your path. There will be different turnings you can take. You can go at a different pace than others on the same path or way, faster or slower, it's up to you. It's not a race, there's no competition. The choices you make for the different options that are open to you are your choices, made to suit your priorities. They're your decisions. And if on reflection, the choice you've made at any given time isn't working out properly, there's absolutely no problem with reviewing your options again and adjusting or changing your direction to help your progress. Absolutely no problem. Think about your path, your spiritual journey along the way. Think about your priorities. Think about the next stage you might want to progress towards, given the right atmosphere. Choose the route and priorities which suit your needs. It's your choice and also your responsibility. Learn as you progress along the route. Understanding comes through the application of knowledge. Learning helps you establish the best way. Learning from others, learning from studying and reading, and learning from figuring things out yourself. Take responsibility. Work out your best way forward, with help, of course, from these additional sources. How can you apply and perhaps adjust your next stage forward to suit your priorities? Think about that for a moment. Can you seek help and support from God? How do you visualize God? Is he or she a person in your eyes? Or is it an energy? Is he or she or it a belief system that you can dial into? Can you expect to receive help in this way? Do you feel any element of support from God? And if you can feel this support, can you also feel support from the hierarchy of advanced beings, or angels, or spirit guides? Can you believe that this higher level of support is available to you to help you along the way? Can you believe? If this level of spiritual support is perhaps a step too far for you at the moment, don't worry. Just park the thoughts. You may want to come back to them in the future, if or when the time is right. But if you can see the possibilities of this level of support, seek out their help when you feel you need it. And respond to what comes into your head. You may think it's intuition, or synchronicity, or even your own common sense. But the help is there if and when you need it. Make use of it. Accept and appreciate it. What support could you really use at this moment of time to help your progress along the way? What support? Expose yourself to as many relevant aspects, views and opinions as you can through interacting with others and gaining information from as many sources as you can access. Some will chime with you, others may not seem right. Often, over time, different elements of related information will blend together to give you that light bulb moment when a realization will present itself to you. Take heed of these moments of inspiration. Have faith in them. Think about them for a moment or two. As you continue to journey along your path, your spiritual way, think of the applications, the possibilities associated with love. Love in its widest sense, indicating a closeness, a mutual support, the sharing of encouragement, the confidence imparted from guaranteed truthfulness. All these and other traits which you can expect and hopefully rely upon where the bond of love exists. Ponder on this for a moment and consider the possibility that you have such a bond of love with one or even more than one fellow traveller along the spiritual way. One of the most important tenets for a positive spiritual journey along the way comes in many different permutations of the saying from many different sources, "Do as you would be done by." That's the one I identify with, but there are many other ways of getting the sentiment across. It makes sense. If you don't want a certain action to happen to you, why do it to others? And a final one that we should be striving to achieve is to think more selflessly, or altruistically if you prefer. Do things for others. Help others. See outcomes from the viewpoint of others. Think about it. And now it's time to return to the everyday once more, to continue on your personal journey along the spiritual way. Take a moment or two to breathe more normally. Open your eyes, flex your fingers and shoulders, straighten your back, relax. I'm Chris Sangster, and I'm pleased that we've spent some time together considering some of the important components towards making progress along your spiritual way. If you're interested, you can find lots more examples and experiences, which I share with you in my latest book through Amazon, titled Stumbles Along the Spiritual Way. Thank you.